you so much for choosing to watch this video. I want to share with you something really important during this pandemic. Global pause, I'll call it. I put together this survival guide that is just a practical guide for solutions to change your life during this lockdown or quarantine, shelter in place. It is basically a survival guide that's all about creative and practical ideas that will bring hope, joy, and hopefully optimism, inspiration in such a dire times like we're in right now. The entire book focuses on solutions, not the problem. How to stay calm in the midst of chaos and how to overcome anxiety and all that sort of great stuff, right? The entire world is now in lockdown situation mode. Many of us are now stuck in confined space at our home front. We are seeking for solutions and cope with it because life has to go on. We have to learn how to adapt to these new normalities or normalcies in our lives. So I try to put together some compelling articles focusing on specific issues which we're all might be facing today. Hope to bring some solutions and challenges how to face this during lockdown. Empowering your ability to master or manage your stressful situation. Because once you start managing your stressful situation, you can start to embrace the time spent with your family in that confined space, close environment, irrespective of how long it may take. Because nobody knows how long it's going to take, right? You just say, okay, 3 months and all that. So quit worrying about the pandemic and start enjoying your quality time with your loved ones and your family. It's an easy to read and understand tips and resources that I put together, how you can have the ability to master your circumstances and get over it all, right? You start engaging in home activities together, reconnecting to the maybe forgotten traditional family values, reinstalling the core of the family values and quality times. Stop worrying of things that you cannot control in this world. Most importantly, you will also stop worrying, wasting time crazily, also searching online for quick fix solutions, right? Because this life-saving guide that I put together is the only solution that you probably need. Continue to live life you deserve and just to live life. One of the main reasons why most people panic during times of uncertainty is because they pay too much attention to rumors, misinformation, as well as being underinformed. A pandemic is one of the many reasons people get caught up in such frenzy, hoarding food and stuff, or hoarding necessities, right, essentials. One good example is global crisis with the coronavirus that started in December 2019. We're in right now. Before even the coronavirus was declared a pandemic, the whole world was stuck in the midst of uncertainty. We saw stock market crash and panic buying started and all of this stuff, and we know the rest. And we've been there already the last couple months now. The normal response when something you do not have control over strike is to really get panic, don't know what to do, right? You get caught up in the fear of the pandemic affecting your region and start losing your grip on reality. It's completely normal, by the way. The people who have the ability to keep calm in the midst of chaos tend to survive the craziness better than the others. It all begins by listening before acting. The expert advice, listen to the verified news, and most importantly, learn to filter what you hear. All right, things you can do to remain calm during a global outbreak is, I think, do your research. Do your research diligently. One of the main reasons people battle with stress and anxiety during a period of uncertainty comes from being underinformed or misinformed. Doing proper research will help you stay calm while everyone else is losing their grip on reality. Misinformation, misled, and everything else, right? A few ways you can be sure you have done proper research and are all well informed is by paying attention to your sources of information. For example, you can try sticking to reputable sources for up-to-date information concerning the pandemic. Alright, only listen to professional advice when it comes to implementing precautionary measures. This is how you can keep calm in the midst of all of this chaos. Take professional advice seriously. Right. Most people may be infected simply because they are failing to take professional advice seriously. For example, if you are advised by experts to self-isolate or make use of certain sanitary products, make sure you do just that, right? And you just follow their expert advice. Avoid taking things lightly. If you are advised to stay calm and avoid panic buying, make sure that is precisely what you do. There's always a good reason why professionals give the kind of advice what they give, right? They give with regards to their trade, particularly in dire conditions, in such a imminent or emergency, mode conditions. Health professionals are not an exception, by the way. Okay, so keeping calm in the midst of chaos. Avoid panic buying. Avoid panic buying. Panic buying comes from paying attention to false rumors. Okay, that is why it is important to be selective when it comes to your sources of information concerning the pandemic. There are many reasons why you should avoid panic buying. So many good reasons. All right. One good and humane example is that of taking into consideration the rest of the population, right? Hoarding. Keep in mind that there are a lot of people who are also affected by this pandemic and are in equal need of the products as you. Another reason is that you may panic buying a lot of things that you won't really need. As a result, strain your finances and prevent access to the other people who may have a greater need of such articles. Right? For example, buying cans of milk or food that will have an expiration date. Why do you do that? You can't. You gotta have to buy what you need. Talk about something else. One way of ensuring your mind believes what you want it to believe is by dwelling on one subject over and over and over again. Talking about a bad event repeatedly, and focusing on the number of affections and consequences of the event only increases your stress levels. I call it self-inflicted. One effective method of staying calm during a tragic event is really by finding something else to talk about. Concentrate more on positive subjects that boost morale, especially when you're at home with your kids. Think about them too, what they think when you implement all these negative things, right? This doesn't mean that you should ignore the fact that there is a crisis out there in the world, because that is impossible, right? You can stay up to date with the relevant information, however, do not overdo it. You can allocate a few minutes a day to check on the latest headlines concerning the crisis, and no more of that. For me, personally, I keep a 5-minute time limit. I'm on social media, and I have a time limit. 5 or 10 minutes, okay. You can check the news first thing in the morning. I'm okay with that. Maybe not, but yeah, if that's what you need to do that. And a few minutes during the day or in the evening, but not constantly 24/7. Make sure you concentrate on doing other activities afterward. Taking a power walk, enjoying your backyard, the outdoor scene, right? But still staying in your property. Make time for morale boosting activities. The stress and anxiety that you battle with a crisis like a pandemic can lead to certain illnesses that can be easily avoided. Impossible as it may be to believe this. The stress and anxiety that you have because of the crisis is something that can be, yes, controlled. It is controllable. You can achieve this by intentionally setting aside fun or moral boosting activities that you and the rest of the family can do every single day. They're all in it together with you, right? One good example is playing a game that everybody in your home, your family loves, and sticking to it for considerable hours. You can also focus on practicing effective ways of continuing with your work if you are advised to work from home. Instead of dwelling on the fact that you are no longer able to go to the office, you can start focusing on the many advantages that come with working from home. Think about that. There's a lot of things, good things, so many positive advantages that come with working from home. But you gotta have to set your goals every single day and every week, you know. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I did put together this life-saving guide, practical guide for everybody to hopefully to read and hopefully can extract all of this great information, great resources, and very simple tips that everybody in your family can enjoy. All right. Thank you so much. This is Nicky there. And